Obviously, people have been up in arms. We talked about it here, but people have been up in arms on the men's side that all the number ones have made it: Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston, and they all have looked incredible. uh, they, I mean, they've had some incredible games outside of Duke, and we'll talk about that in a second. Um, they like they it's transfer portal, NIL, whatever you want to call it. These are the best four teams in college basketball. And yes, it's obvious they're the no. You know how you can misrank somebody or someone can be too high. No, these have been Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston are the best four teams in college basketball. And let's just talk about all of them for a second. Let's talk about Auburn. Auburn has been a wagon all year from day one to the Final Four. They have been incredible. The thing about Auburn is when they get to scoring, they get to scoring. I mean, they have a projected National Player of the Year in Johnny Broome. I'm sorry. He's been incredible, averaging 19 and 11. The thing about that is they perfectly blend defense with all, like, their defense is incredible. Their offense, especially with Johnny Broome, who seems to be freaking. He's had two season-ending injuries in one season, and he's still playing. So shouts out to him. When they get it going, they do struggle sometimes offensively, but not that much. When they get it going, they are damn near unstoppable. When Boone's going, when they get the threes going, when they're forcing the turnovers and getting it in transition, it's tough to stop Auburn. There's a reason why a lot of people had Auburn at least winning the national, or not at least winning the national championship, and they have not. I mean, let's look at Auburn's path. Their closest game was Michigan State, and they won by 6, 70-64. They've been incredible. They have been, in my opinion, they have all year they've been the model of consistency, and that's what it looks like in the Final Four. And then you get to Florida. Florida, man. Florida, boy. Walter Clayton Jr. Transfer. Shocker. He has lit it up. It is, man, in this tournament alone, he's had 23, 13, and 30 last game against Texas Tech. Florida can shoot the lights out the ball. It's not even funny how good Florida can shoot. And Clayton, they also have Walter Clayton Jr. He's a closer. That's something that a lot of these teams don't have. And while you can argue if they should or should not have beat UConn, they did, which is Florida, and they made it to the Final Four. I think both of these games, or this game, is going to be about who can make shots, because both teams play exceptional defense. I think Auburn maybe plays a little bit better defense. I know that Florida is favored, but this is going to come down to who is able to make shots in comparison to the defense that they're playing. And what I've seen, well, yes, Johnny Broome has been incredible. Like, let's not get it twisted. In fact, let's see what he's done in this tournament. Yeah. This man is 14, 8, 22, and 25. Mind you, 14 and 11, 8 and 12, 22 and 16, 25 and 14. He's 6'10", playing like a 6'10" player. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Florida beat them in the regular season, like badly. If I'm not, in fact, let me make sure that is actually true because I don't remember, but I'm almost sure that is true. That Florida beat them in the regular season. Auburn, boom. Yeah, they beat them by 9 points in the regular season. And it was because Florida hit more shots. I mean, they got to 90 points in college. It's hard to beat a team twice, especially a team in your conference. I'm going to say Auburn beats Florida. Yes, it's easier said than done. But again, Texas Tech had Florida down by, I think, as much as 24, maybe. And Florida came back and won. I think if you stop Clayton or Walter Clayton Jr., I think you have a good shot. And Auburn's defense is able to do that. So I am going to say that Auburn makes it to the championship. And then you have Duke in Houston. And this is going to be tough because I have to give Duke credit. As you know, I'm a North Carolina fan, diehard North Carolina fan. You know. But I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm going to be honest. There is not a team this tournament that has looked as dominant as Duke. It's Cooper Flagg and that team. John Shire got them boys. Terrell Pryor looks like Steph Curry out there. Like it's that man. Duke. Duke is running through people. In fact, Duke's closest game was against Arizona, where they won by 7. They beat Alabama by 19. They beat Baylor by 23. And they beat Mount St. Mary's by damn near 50. They just been destroying people. Cooper Flagg has been incredible. Knipple has been incredible. Yeah. And then you got Houston. See, the thing about Houston, and this is Houston's problem forever. Houston, there's times where their offense does not catch up to their defense. Defensively, they're probably the best team in the nation. They can get at you physically. They're a great defensive team. And that seems like it's been the issue for Houston majority of the time I can remember. They've always been a great defensive team under their head coach. It's just their offense doesn't always come through for them. And while I don't think that if they play great defense, I don't think they're going to need to score that much, but you're going up against a team that is blowing people out the water. And they're in this tournament, they've scored 93, 89, 100, and 85. And when Houston has scored 78, 81, 62, and 69. I will say that I think that if we talk about physicality, Houston has an advantage. Houston is the more physical team. They play, at least this year, the Big 12 has been much more physical than the ACC, but it just seems like they're going up against a juggernaut. They're going up against a team right now in Duke that is just head and shoulders above the rest. And on top of that, while Cryer from Houston is incredible, I mean, he averages 15 points a game, shooting 41% from the field. I don't know if he can be that killer that we've seen Cooper Flagg be this year. I mean, Cooper Flagg, I don't know the favorites or whatever, but he is in contention for Player of the Year along with Johnny Broome. So I think that it's going to be extremely tough for Houston to keep up with the scoring that is Duke. I mean, Duke has multiple people that are scoring in bunches right now. and is being damn. I just realized Cooper Flagg is leading. Cooper Flagg is leading them in points, rebounds, and assists as a freshman. So I just, as unfortunate as it is, I don't see Houston winning this game. I think that the national championship, at least to this point, is going to be Duke versus Auburn. And I am about to go on a vacation, so I'm going to miss the next 2 episodes. So I'm not going to be here for the national championship. I'm hoping that Auburn wins the national championship. The last thing I want to do as a North Carolina fan is come in here and talk about Duke or watching Duke win the national championship. So I think Duke Auburn is going to be Florida, and I think Duke is just going to outscore Houston. Oh man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.